Hi guys!
Welcome back to our channel. This is Carolyn.
This is Shota.
And today, I mainly will be sharing with you guys 5 things that I was quite shocked about working here in Japan.
今年キャロリン2年目ということで、日本で働き方と海外での働き方で驚いたことについて聞いていきたいと思います。
Also for this video, I'm wearing glasses. To seem more professional.
You look good with glasses.
Thank you. Let's get into the video! First thing that I was very shook about working here in Japan is that in Japan people use Kegel. Things become very long. Like messages become very long because there's Kegel. Polite culture. So first of all, what is Kegel? For people that don't know Japanese. Basically, Kegel is a type of pattern of speech in the Japanese language. You have to change the way you conjugate your verbs, or the way you present specific phrases when you speak with your seniors or people you respect. It's basically the polite form of saying certain things. とりあえず, I was very shocked about how Kegel complicates things in business situations.
Yeah, for you guys, first you have to learn Japanese and then plus Kegel.
Yes, and business Japanese.
Yeah, business Japanese.
Yes, it's all different. So in business scene, for example, when you introduce yourself, usually you say, "Oh, 私の名前は Caroline です. My name is Carolyn." Right? If you use Kegel when I talk to clients, then I would have to say, なんとか社の Caroline と申します. You have to humble yourself. So you change the last part from this to と申します.
Even for Japanese people, using Kegel is really difficult.
It's so inefficient. Like every single time I write an email, I ask Shota, or I ask my colleagues for help, right? Because it's Japanese. And even sometimes they struggle. They take 10 minutes to write a single freaking email.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
There are 3 patterns. 丁寧語と謙譲語
the
と
fact that there's 3 patterns is also crazy.
尊敬語。丁寧語はですます。謙譲語は
ございますじゃない? Even Japanese people don't know, as you can see. And
It's just me, maybe.
For example, when you want to ask the person, what do you think about this? And how you say is, お伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか? How long is that? お伺いしてもよろしいでしょうか? 長くない? Kegel. Crazy. びっくりした. びっくりした. Yeah. Next, the second thing that I was quite shocked about working here in Japan is the culture of social drinking. First of all, drinking culture here in Japan is, it's a very big thing. It's not just within work. Outside of Japan, people get together and cook, they go hiking, But in Japan, drink.
Welcome party とか host the party at the izakaya. When we drink, we are more open.
Because Japanese people are shy.
Yes. That's why we need alcohol to be more open. I think that's why we drink a lot between co-worker とか senpai especially. People
just drink a lot with colleagues, with clients. Like you would think that they can't work the next day because they're hungover, but no, people go to work hungover, and it's quite shocking to me.
Well, first of all, we have izakaya.
I think izakaya makes drinking a lot easier and a lot more accessible compared to other countries. That is true.
It's cheaper and we have all you can drink.
And the drinks actually taste very good. But drinking here, people drink during the weekdays. They drink multiple times per week. People also take clients to drink, and it's part of work. You can't really decline it. If clients suggest let's go drink, you don't really reject them. It would be seen as quite impolite.
Not only clients. If boss ask you to drink, most of the people say yes, let's go. They cannot reject. Then recently, that's kind of pawahara. Your boss forcing you to drink is pawahara. だから young people my age reject easily. Getting more changing.
The third thing that I was shook about working in Japan is that processes are very meticulous and long. In Japan, everybody is a perfectionist and everybody likes to make sure that things are perfect. Even within a company, they don't just double check, they triple check quadruple check, but just like they check a lot, and there's like a lot of steps into getting something processed, and that's why processes take longer than usual.
We try to not make mistakes.
そうでもだから that is also pro.
We try to reduce mistakes. So that's why we make sure a lot of them conform, and then also have to get a stamp from the boss とか. Even if we do that, we still make mistakes. I think that's a problem.
It is quite inflexible with a lot of systems here in Japan. I think everybody knows, Japanese people are very good at following rules, abiding to the system. But I think that is also why within Japan, there's so many great products, great services, because people really check everything, or refine everything to the dot. I didn't expect it to be like this strict when I came to work in Japan.
Give me an example.
And there's so many things. For example, within my company, my client wants to use an e-signature, and I have to go through 5 people again to just get an approval for my client using e-signature. It's also the problem with like who is going to take responsibility if something happens, right? As you said, it's not the first person who checks it who takes responsibility. It's not the second person, it's not the third person either, it's the 5th person. And the client would end up getting mad. Who do they get mad at me? But I don't have control over how long the process takes. It's a bit shook.
It's like we focus on process and we don't make a mistake. If we made a mistake, we cannot we cannot be flexible.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
because since we don't make mistake, we don't face to the issue.
A bit shocked about how meticulous and tedious processes can be here in Japan. Next, the 4th thing that I was a bit shocked about for the working culture here in Japan is that job changes are perceived quite negatively. So people here don't change their occupations or jobs very often, and it's super common to find people who have been working in the same company for their entire life. They make one job change every 10 years, and people that change their jobs, let's say every 1 to 2 years, are called job hoppers and are very undesirable within the job market. I was just a bit shocked because, like, at least for example in Hong Kong, people that have been in many companies are praised. Like people think that's a good thing.
It's more capable.
Because he can, like, be very flexible, he's adaptable, he can work everywhere. And that's also how your salary goes up.
Career up. Right. In Japan, not now, but like before, the company was like a family. Company take care of your family until 60 years old.
Yeah, the company gives you so many benefits and treats you and your family super well so that you won't leave them. I think that's just something very uniquely Japanese. Yeah, but I was just a bit shocked. I didn't expect it to be like this.
When we do job hunting, we care about turnover rate. If this company's turnover rate is higher, that means people quit easy. That means this company doesn't take care of you that well. だから I don't want to go to this company.
And I think also because in Japan, still a lot of very traditional companies, promotion is based on seniority and how long you have stayed in the company.
年功序列.
So people will naturally get promoted even if they don't really perform. That becomes an incentive for people to just stay in the same company for a very long time because they don't really have to do much, but they still get promoted.
Company respects older people because you stayed at my company longer time, so you deserve to get this much money and this title, higher title. だから people don't leave.
Yes, so I was quite shocked.
Recently it's getting better.
I think so, especially with Gaishi here recently. Next, so the last thing that I was quite shocked about working here in Japan is that people do overtime like crazy.
You don't really do
I
overtime,
don't,
right?
I don't. Sometimes I do. I voluntarily do it because I want to make more money. But in general, on average, for a lot of, normal Japanese like salaryman OLs, they overtime like crazy. A huge chunk of a lot of people's salary is from doing overtime. Overtime salary would be presented on the sort of job description in the very beginning. Zangyo, how many hours? So, and the pay, it will say like in bracket, like, oh, approximately this much if you do Zangyo. Like OT is expected for many jobs. They actually have so much to do. So they do overtime. I think that's one category of people. And the other category of people is they just do overtime because they don't work productively throughout the day, or they do overtime because their manager is still there. So they have to stay behind until the manager is done. So also in turn, people have very poor work-life balance here.
Work until 10.
Work 12 hours every day. And it's just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
From a country where people are so chill.
Yeah, in Canada, like literally stop working
on time. Yeah.
I was very shocked when I was
yeah,
working.
Like if I'm done at 5, fucking I start packing up at 4:55.
I worked at Muji in Japan and Canada both, right? In Japan, I came early even. My actual time, like actual starting time is 8 o'clock. I come like 7 and then do other stuff. But it's kind of like early overtime, right? And then stay until like 1 hour later. It's very...
When I did 5 minutes overtime, like when I was in Canada, the manager would tell me, just leave. You don't have to do overtime.
Like past few years, government started doing 働き方改革. So you cannot do overtime. But actually they do overtime after clock out.
Yeah, people here work a lot. I don't know if it's because there's not enough people working. That could also be a thing if you think about it. Because the working force here is, you know, getting smaller and smaller with an aging population, so.
Kind of like work is life in Japan.
For me, the company has a huge sort of impact on one person's self-identity. They think of the company as their community. It's very interesting. Speaking from experience as a foreigner, if you want to come work in Japan, do your research. Make sure you're not just coming here on a whim, and if you are a career-driven person and you want to figure out your career path, here in Japan, make sure you do your research first, or else it's gonna be rough. Gotta do your research before you come. That's all I can say. So those are the 5 things that I was quite shocked about working here in Japan. I wonder what you guys think, if you've also worked in Japan before.
日本と海外の働き方の違いとかで気づいたことがあれば、ぜひコメント欄に意見ください。
Thank you guys so much for watching our video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you guys again very soon. Bye!
Bye!
That's fine.